Welcome to the Misquamicut Beach Podcast, a podcast spotlighting the businesses, newsmakers, events, and memories of Rhode Island's historic Misquamicut Beach.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Misquamicut Beach Podcast. I am your host, Ben Barber, one of the producers of the show, and it is the best time of the year for Misquamicut right now. We are approaching Springfest in a couple weeks, which is the opening of the Misquamicut Beach season, the summer season. And today's episode is all about Springfest. I'm very excited. We're going to break down the whole event for you. And to do that with me, I have two of my very best friends and the producing partners with me on this show, DeAngelis and Allison Woodard. Hey guys, how are you?
Hey Ben.
Hi.
So,
thank you for having us. Long-time listeners, first-time guests.
Thank you very much, Dave. Dave better be a long-time listener. He edits all of the shows.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks.
But that's not all you guys are going to do. Yes, you've been a producer on the show since the beginning, along with myself and Caswell, who Caswell should just start paying me for every time somebody mentions his name on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Because
he's the star of the show without being on it.
Absolutely. We should start an official Misquamicut Beach drinking game of every time Caswell's name gets dropped on the show by every single guest that we have. No, he'll be cool with me saying that. But anyway, now you guys are working in even a bigger capacity because we're also announcing on this episode that we are starting a sister show to the Misquamicut Beach Podcast. It's going to be a video show that is going to be on YouTube and on Facebook, and it's going to be released every opposite week of the podcast.
Yep. So it'll also be bi-weekly, just the opposite weeks.
Right. So now every single week, all 52 weeks a year,
there will be Misquami content.
Yes. Which is exciting. And so the video show is going to be a little bit shorter. Mm-hmm. It'll be under 10 minutes, and it's going to be hosted by the two of you.
Exactly.
And can you guys tell us a little bit about what the show's going to be?
Allie, tell the good people.
Yeah. So we're really excited about this. We'll be going down to the beach to the big events, giving everyone an inside look at the classic car shows, the drive-in, blues on the beach, and all the awesome businesses down there.
Very exciting.
Awesome. Yeah, there's a huge list of events that happen every summer, and we're going to go through those, and we're going to be at those shows and the events. And Dave, you're going to do some hosting. Allie, you're going to do some interviewing and really give everybody an in-depth look at that and some of the businesses and stuff. So I'm really excited about this.
Me too.
I was really happy that the MBA, the Misquamicut Business Association, asked us to do this.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity.
So we're excited to continue working with them. And the first episode of the Misquamicut Beach show, the video version of the show, will happen right around the weekend of Springfest. So we're going to be down there with our cameras, with our microphones. So if you see us, come say hi. Come talk to Allie, and she'll get you on the show.
It'd be awesome.
Some behind the scenes.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. But right now we're talking about Springfest. And Springfest is my favorite thing that happens at Misquamicut Beach every year. I love it. Basically, if you've never been and you don't know what we're talking about, it is the Spring Festival. There's carnival rides and games and food trucks and live music and fire jugglers and everything that you could possibly want, all on the State Beach parking lot.
It's really cool. It's transformed into a really cool atmosphere, a fair atmosphere. And there's obviously everything you just said, always happening all day and night. It's really cool. It obviously at night, the lights come up from the rides and everything, and it's a different atmosphere. But like, there's events happening all day of different types, and every year it changes too.
That's true. Yeah, every year is a little bit different.
There's always a variety of stuff going on, which is really cool and refreshing. So it's a great time for everybody.
Now, Dave, you and I have been to Springfest and Fall Fest, and we've worked Springfest and Fall Fest doing events.
Mm-hmm.
Allie, you've never gotten the opportunity to go down to one of these festivals.
I have not.
And can you tell us a little bit about what you're looking forward to this year?
I'm excited just to see it because I've heard so much about it, and I have a 3-year-old son who I feel like would love to run around and see everything and try some rides out. He likes to go down to the beach now, so see what he likes. I mean, I'm excited just to see it myself.
It's so cool. I remember the first time. What is the road after Airport Road? That big road that you drive down to?
Shore Road.
What's that?
Shore Road.
Shore Road. Yeah, when you're driving down Shore Road, and you see the horizon, and the Ferris wheel is there.
Yeah.
It's that familiar.
I've seen that so many times, and I'm like, wow, that looks great.
I've
never been down there.
It's so great. Like
not during
it's like
that.
it's like a beacon that's calling you to like the beach. Like, ooh, I want to.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting. I'm excited for you to take your son down there. I think that's going to be awesome, and
gives me an excuse to go on rides, and
that's all you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You just want an excuse.
I want to
go
do
on
it
rides yourself,
not by myself.
So let me first tell you when this is. It's May 11th through the 13th, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, the gates are going to open at 5 p.m. and close at 11 p.m. Saturday, it's 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, it's 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And yeah, so we have the people from Rockwell Amusements there. So there's going to be a Ferris wheel, a Polar Express ride, games. It's the whole carnival setup.
It's fantastic.
It's really awesome. Every ride.
It's all there.
If you're familiar with Rockwell Amusements, all the rides that you want and love will be there.
We'll be there ready to go.
The Scrambler, I hope.
The Scrambler? I don't know.
That's one of them.
My favorite.
That I remember. Yeah.
The food truck rodeo, though.
Oh, yeah.
Is crazy. The amount of food that's there.
A lot of choices, a lot of options, a lot of cool stuff that you obviously can't get anywhere else than like these types of events. Like, I remember us fondly having fried Oreos.
Yep. Fried Oreos
which is
were
amazing.
Great.
And they have everything else that you would want, like sandwiches and things.
Yeah, and there's food trucks and local vendors.
Oh, yeah.
There's tons of local vendors. It's really just an awesome experience, the whole thing. And
tons of options, tons of awesome choices and delicious
absolutely
food everywhere that you can turn.
Yeah. And there's multiple entertainment stages, which is really cool.
Really awesome.
And so let's talk before we get into the headliners, right?
Yep.
Before we get into the headliners, let's talk about some of the other stuff that happens. Because it's awesome. There are fire jugglers.
Thrilling.
Throwing, interactive hula hoop dancing.
I said thrilling, but sure.
Thrilling. Oh, throwing. I thought you said fire
Throwing
throwers.
fire too, I'm sure.
My bad.
Well,
hula hoop
they have
dancers.
To juggle. Yeah. Hula hoop dancers, yeah.
The fire guy is fascinating.
Yeah.
The fire juggler is. I have been petrified of fire my entire life, but I could not take my eyes off of him.
I imagine.
It's hard not to take your eyes off of him.
It's so
because fire is scary. So
it's so
I'd be
scary.
equally like intrigued and frightened.
That's the point, I think.
Yeah.
It's cool.
The martial arts demo
for
Kiefer's martial arts is a great thrill. I get to work with those guys on their black belt shows, so I've gotten to know them over the years. They're awesome. Their kids are awesome. And they just set up the large karate mat or the large martial arts demo area.
Is it all
right
ages
in the middle.
that they
Yeah.
for the demo?
Yeah, so they bring they bring their school down.
That's awesome.
And so that's awesome. We've gotten to watch that a little bit because we sort of we helped produce some wrestling events at Springfest and Fall Fest, and we always kind of occupied the same space.
Yeah.
As the fire juggler and the martial arts demos and stuff. We have let's see, we have music from Justin Harris, Rapunzel and Flynn, Bella the Clown, Mr. Vinny the Bubble Guy, and Miracle Fish. Country line dancing. Allie, you want to participate in some country line dancing?
I haven't done that in a long time. I have.
You have done it.
I have in Girl Scouts, and went down to Nashville and went to the Wild Horse Saloon and did some intense country line dancing.
That's awesome.
Not really my thing, though. I don't know.
I
Great
think
to watch, though.
I think that we should get you,
Absolutely.
if we can get you to be in the country line dancing,
I mean, I'll probably do it.
then we're gonna need to
There you go.
film that for the Misquamicut
That's
Beach
part
show.
I don't
of
know
it.
if I'm going to commit to that, but
Nah, I think you just did.
The reason to watch the Misquamicut Beach show, the video version, is going to be A, because you're going to get to see inside at a lot of cool events and businesses that happen in Misquamicut Beach, and B, you get to see how uncomfortable Allie is with the situations that Dave and I put her in.
That's why I'll be watching.
exactly. Like country line dancing.
All right, so if you want to reserve your tickets to this right now, before we even get into the headliners, you can go to Eventbrite, and you can find all of this information at MisquamicutFestival.org. It's $8 general admission. Kids 3 and under are free, and there's free on-site parking. But if you go on our Facebook page right now, Misquamicut Beach on Facebook, or you go to my personal Facebook page, you can find a coupon for $1 off for all admissions, up to 4 admissions. So you can get $4 off admissions.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good price anyway. So
It's real. $8.
it's a pretty great price. So if you get a discount on that, it's
$8 is crazy.
it's an
Yeah.
unstoppable deal.
And Sunday they have a ride special, $25. You can get a bracelet and ride as many rides as you want all day.
That's pretty great.
That's awesome.
It's a
Yeah.
great deal. Take advantage of that for sure.
So you guys ready to break down the headliners?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got some really good ones this year.
I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited about
No,
this.
yeah,
You guys have been hearing me talk about these guys, about the lineup for this show for weeks.
yeah.
Sure have.
Yeah. Because what's really cool is on the next episode of the Misquamicut Beach podcast, you're going to get to hear me talk to some of these guys.
How are you feeling about that?
Very nervous.
You should. You should.
Very nervous.
These people are no joke.
Oh, man.
Tell us
You'll
who
be
it
great.
is.
How do you feel about this?
I'm hilarious. I can't wait to see you the day of before you're like, okay, got to do this.
And I'm going to
This
go
is
now.
a real interview. It's going to be hilarious to see you, but you'll do a great job.
It'll be
Don't worry
great.
about it.
Thanks.
I'm
guys.
excited to hear them.
Me too.
Now, what's fun is that I'm going to turn
The interviews and the artists.
I'm going to turn
say
that
how to do
around
it.
on. I'm going to turn that around on you guys though, and then when they're actually here, I'm going to make Allie interview them.
Oh,
Don't do
I'm
that.
good.
Don't do that to her.
Don't do that
So,
Also, don't do that to them. Sorry, Allie.
to anyone.
I'm sorry.
oh, stop. All right. So Friday night, we have John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
Of course.
Misquamicut favorite, Rhode Island's own Misquamicut, Rhode Island's own John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. And they have hits like Dark Side, CITY, Tender Years, and Tough All Over. And have I told you guys about this? This is actually May 11th, the day that they're going to be performing, is their anniversary as a band playing together.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah, 1972, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
How long is that?
46.
46 years.
amazing.
That's a really long time. So they're going to celebrate their anniversary with us on Friday
awesome.
night, which
That's
is
an-
very cool.
That's an amazing thing.
Yeah, and they're perennial favorites
Absolutely.
at the festivals. Saturday night is just the one that I'm sweating about interviewing. We have Badfinger starring Joey Molland,
Ooh.
which is
Oh, yeah.
huge.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. I mean, So a lot of sometimes when Caswell says this is who we're this is who we have this year, I go, oh great, and I know the songs, but I don't really know the band, right? Badfinger I knew immediately and was very intimidated when he told me you're going to be interviewing them. So if you're not as familiar with Badfinger by name, they have some of the greatest songs of that era.
Oh yeah.
Come and Get It, Baby Blue, Day After Day, Without You, No Matter What. Without You is a big hit that has been covered by everybody.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody. I mean, when we were kids, Mariah Carey had a hit with it. I wish, Dave, I wish that I could just make you sing some of these songs right now so that I could just talk about it, because I'm not doing it. And I don't want to play them. I'll ask them if I can play some of the songs next week when I talk to them. But so Badfinger starring Joey Molland, he's doing the entire album of Straight Up, which has Day After Day and Baby Blue on it, and then he's going to play the rest of the hits as well. Dave, how would somebody, like, what is the significant thing about Badfinger from the last couple of years?
From the past couple of years, it was they had a huge resurgence in popularity because the final scene of Breaking Bad had the song Baby Blue in it, which was, for a perfect show that it was pretty much the perfect song to end that show.
Yeah.
And it was just phenomenal. And it was almost like it was written for the show for some reason. But yeah,
it was great. And that gave them a little bit of a resurgence. It actually made them like place back on the charts.
Yeah.
After, I mean, that song was written in like 73 or something.
Right. Yeah.
And it was back on the charts in 2013.
But they have an incredible history as a band. And it's really, really cool that they're coming. And these are songs that we hear on the radio every day still.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting.
Day After Day, Come and Get It. I mean, so Come and Get It is written by Paul McCartney.
Right.
Which is a huge...
The very one?
Yeah, the Paul McCartney. Sir Paul McCartney.
The Paul McCartney.
So basically, if you don't know... Badfinger is the first band that was ever signed to the Beatles' Apple Records.
Did you know that, Allie?
I did not.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so so they were the first band that was signed to the Beatles' Apple Records, and Paul McCartney had a contract to write a few songs for this album, for a movie, and he gave them Come and Get It and had them record it, and liked them so much that he signed them, and they changed their name to Badfinger to kind of change the appeal a little bit up. And so Joey Molland actually played with George Harrison on the concert for Bangladesh, and he was on the Imagine album for John Lennon. So yeah, just
so this is why he's going to be nervous to interview.
I'm
Yeah,
nervous.
of
I'm
course.
nervous. I'm nervous talking about it right now.
Yeah.
To be honest, and Joey Molland's not even coming alone, which is crazy. But as if Badfinger wasn't enough for Saturday night, Phil Solem of the Rembrandts is going to be joining him.
That's crazy.
Allie, can you tell people who the Rembrandts are? If they're
Theme song from Friends.
the theme song from Friends, I'll be there
I'll
for
be there
you.
for you.
Which
Everyone
is
knows it. If you don't know it, you know how to clap to it.
Exactly.
I don't want to do it. I did it. I'm
You
sorry.
just did it.
Sorry, Phil, Mr. Solem. That's I cannot tell you. Friends is my entire Friends, and this is why this is so crazy. Friends and oldies music, my entire childhood.
Yep.
Literally my entire childhood, and I'm gonna be interviewing them next week, and I'm scared.
You'll be fine.
But
It'll be a lot. That'll be fun though.
it will be. It'll be really fun, and it'll be even more fun to see them play.
There you go.
On Saturday night, May 12th at Misquamicut Beach.
So we already got John Cafferty, and then we get that on Saturday night.
Which is just insane.
That's, we're doing pretty good so far.
Absolutely. And then Sunday, we have John York of the Byrds.
Oh, man.
So the Byrds, Jesus Is Just All Right, Mr. Tambourine Man, Turn, Turn, Turn. And he's going to be playing the entire album of The Ballad of Easy Rider.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
That's crazy. The Ballad of Easy Rider obviously is based on and was written for the movie Easy Rider. Dave, can you tell us a little bit about the movie?
Well, I actually have not seen it, but I promise that Ben and I have discussed recently that we do want to watch this movie because of the era that it introduced. I believe it's called the New Hollywood Era. Oh, I'm going to look stupid if I didn't say that right. But it introduced basically what became kind of how movies are more likely. The power wasn't in the studio anymore.
Right.
When they made these movies, it was in the power of the director and the writer, and that's basically how it's what we call indie movies now. But yeah, it stars Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda. Dennis Hopper directed it as well. Has a pretty iconic supporting role by Jack Nicholson.
An iconic soundtrack.
An iconic soundtrack
that we're going to be able to hear.
Absolutely.
On Sunday. Yeah, the same day, I was talking to Caswell about the lineup and everything. He said, yeah, John York's going to do the entire album of The Ballad of Easy Rider. If you haven't watched the movie, you have to watch it. And I came home and I said, Dave, we got to watch Easy Rider. And you were like,
seriously?
I literally just was looking up a bunch of information on Easy Rider. So we're going to be watching that.
Yeah, I'd seen the clip of Jack Nicholson talking to them, like I think when it came up on YouTube as a classic film clip. And I was like, wow, I really need to watch this film. So it was really funny that you said that. But yeah. One of the things I found out about that movie is the iconic soundtrack. So that's really awesome that's what he'll be doing.
Saturday and Sunday, wow. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., they're going to have the Big John Hodis Memorial Classic Car Show with Cruisin' Bruce Palmer.
Wow.
Which is, again, a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
Because Cruisin' Bruce Palmer was the quintessential radio personality of my childhood on B101.
B101.
I've definitely listened to that.
Yeah? Cruisin' Bruce Palmer? Oh, man.
Yep.
It's, yeah, to me, there were no two bigger celebrities. I've said this a lot this week to people. There were no two bigger celebrities when I was a kid than Cruisin' Bruce Palmer, who I thought was the coolest guy in the world, and Tony Petrarca, the weatherman from WPRI. So if we can find a way to get Tony Petrarca to do a weather report from Misquamicut Beach, my entire life will be over for Springfest, I think.
Springfest is too much.
Springfest is too much for me to handle. For real, though, Cruisin' Bruce Palmer, a huge part of my childhood, great radio personality, and he's going to bring other personalities from 102.3 FM, The Wolf, and that's going to be hosted by The Doc on Sunday. So that's really exciting. The Classic Car Show is always fun.
It's always a hit. Everyone loves seeing that. It's really cool. It's like it's just really cool to look at old cars. It's just so matter of fact, but it's just that's what's so great about it. Like you look at these cars. I don't see these cars ever in my life. Do we?
No.
I don't have access to these to view these beautiful cars. It's just really cool to see them. Sometimes.
Do you remember, Allie? Have we ever told you about There was a time when we used to have a studio in downtown Westerly, and
I love this story.
so
Do I know this?
Yeah, I think
I'm not sure if you know this.
it's funny.
They shut down the road a lot in downtown on that main strip.
Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
lot of events.
And they don't always let everybody know that it's going to happen. If you're not really in the know,
Right.
you don't know. So Dave and I were upstairs recording and doing some stuff for like a long time one day, and we came down at about 5:30 at night. And there was my car directly in front of the building. And then it was 100% classic cars on the sidewalk, as
man.
if we had gone into the building in 2016 and then stepped out of the building in 1955.
Yeah. But his car
You're
was
like,
left
this
there.
doesn't belong.
Except for my 2012 Ford Focus.
Because it was even weirder because they were pumping like doo-wop music. Like WBLQ
That's
was there.
amazing.
WBLQ was there pumping like 50s music.
Yeah.
And it was like,
You just came down onto the sidewalk
what's
and you're
going
like,
on?
wow,
What's
okay.
happening?
I was so panicked.
That's awesome.
I was so panicked. And also, like, who was supposed to be where my car was? Because there were
I don't
spots
know,
for
but-
all of these
Right.
cars.
We immediately thought it would be great if you just kitty cornered your car and opened the trunk and just was like, this is a 2012.
But instead, there was a police officer who was blocking off
Yeah.
the street right at the end of where our building was. And he was like, you got a 3-point turn and get out of here. And I was like, okay. So then Dave's like, I'm not getting in the car. And I have to look around. Like, they want me to turn. And these cars aren't pulled into the parking spots.
No, they're
Please
angled
don't
out
hit
into
these
the
beautiful
street.
cars.
Yeah. So they're all angled with their like hoods up and like showing
Because
off.
they're trying to like position
Exactly.
them and like
Exactly.
take
They're-
photos
People are
and
walking in the
stuff.
street.
They are perfect. So all of these cars, I can't have anybody move them because they're perfectly positioned already.
And you're like, ooh, excuse
I don't
me.
understand when this started, but I missed a lot of time. Like nobody, and like people.
It was only a matter of hours, though.
It really was only a matter
So,
of hours.
it was crazy.
But every car on that block had been replaced with a classic car in mint condition and turned out to be showcased.
Funny.
And then I had to navigate my way around them, making sure that I did not hit a single car. And I got so many dirty looks.
But you made it through,
I did.
and that is not something to worry about at Springfest.
No, because there's free parking at Springfest.
And that's not where the show will be.
They have their own area.
So I'm looking forward to Springfest. As I said, classic car show, fire jugglers, karate demonstrations, rides. Allie,
Amazing
you're looking
food.
for what's amazing food. Allie, you're looking forward to bringing your son down there. And
Going on the rides.
Great for any ages.
Absolutely. And so let's talk a little bit more. And if you want to get tickets, you can order them on Eventbrite, or you can download that coupon and get $1 off for 4 tickets. $4 off for 4 tickets. And you can find that on the Facebook page, and go to misquamicutfestival.org for any other information that you want about Springfest. And next week, we're going to be talking about Springfest with Joey Mullen, with Phil Solem. So we're very excited about that episode.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so now let's just talk a little bit about the video show,
Oh, yeah.
because that's why you guys are here.
Partly.
Yeah, so it's going to start with Springfest. We're going to cover some things that happened Springfest weekend. And then there are so many events that happen throughout the summer. Misquamicut Beach. We have the 4th of July fireworks, Monday night jams, movies on the beach at Atlantic Beach Park, classic car cruise nights with the dock, Tom McCoy Family Fun Run Series, Blues on the Beach, hermit crab races, Magic by the Sea, the drive-in. What are you guys looking forward to most? Like, what event that we're going to be going to and covering are you guys looking forward to the most?
I have not been to a drive-in movie, so I would love to do that. I looked at the schedule. Great movies.
I agree.
I definitely want to. I've been wanting to do that for a while, but
Same.
yeah, definitely
Yeah,
want
when
to
you
do
have
that.
a 3-year-old, it's hard to get out of the house. So this is a great reason too.
I think it's a little easier now to get out of the house than it has
Than
been
it was
Yeah, now
for 3 years.
0 to 3.
Yeah, now it's like, oh, I can actually do these things because he's interested. I'm definitely interested. So now I'm like, all right, let's do it.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
I
Blues on the Beach.
Blues on the Beach is
That
going to
sounds
be great.
Yeah.
He loves music. I'll bring him down there. That sounds great.
Grease is happening a couple times this year. The Back to the Future trilogy, 3
Yep.
nights in a row.
That's a great move.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really
love that.
excited.
Awesome.
So today we went down and we got lunch. The 3 of us got lunch at Two Little Fish today.
Yeah.
You did. Absolutely amazing.
Which was awesome.
That's awesome.
As usual.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And if you want more information on Two Little Fish, go back and watch listen to the Tim Brennan episode. Because not only do they have amazing food, but they're doing great things for the environment there.
That's awesome.
Really awesome of them.
And it's cool to go down to Misquamicut Beach at the beginning of the season, you know.
Oh yeah, when you live here, to go down there in the off season is the best.
And you're just looking around and you're like, you know, I can't wait to go to Sam's. I can't wait to go to the Windjammer.
Especially right now when they're trying to like get it ready and get ready
Yeah.
for the season and start to like
Yeah,
everything
as soon as you
starts
open
to
the car door
get-
and you smell the ocean,
Yeah.
you're just, you know, it's like it's 5 minutes from here, but it's a completely different world.
Absolutely.
So
When you're driving through at that time, you sometimes you wonder if you could just like snap your finger and it's like the middle of July and you're like, whoa.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's crazy because that's all you can think of is what it's going to look like in a very short time from now.
yeah.
You know, it's going to be
But I like the like gear up for it.
absolutely
Like when you go down there and you start to see like it's starting to get a little busier, but like people are just getting their stuff ready. Like
Exactly.
so cool.
And so we're going to have a lot of other stuff to talk about in the future, and we're going to have a ton of great content. But thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it,
very
Very
much.
fun.
and I hope the listeners enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys are excited as I am. I genuinely am. This is not me trying to be a shill. I could not be more excited for Springfest. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, Joey Mullins' Badfinger, playing the entirety of Straight Up, Phil Solemn from the Rembrandts, John York of the Byrds, the Classic Car Show, all of the great stuff, the rides, the food. It's going to be a fantastic time. I hope that you guys come join us May 11th through the 13th. For more information, go to misquamicutfestival.org. And that's all That's it.
Awesome. See you at Springfest.
All right, thanks,
See you at
guys.
Springfest.
For more information on the events and businesses in Misquamicut Beach, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and at misquamicut.org.